Good evening. As promised, I'm here before midnight on Sunday to do another episode of $5 in the World. If you'll excuse me just a second, I'm going to turn off the overhead lights so it shows better on the screen. Rookie mistake. I haven't done that in a long time. Sorry about that. Anyways, I did get a chapter revised, and it took a little while to pick the one I wanted to work on tonight. A couple of them I just didn't feel like they were ready, but this one I feel pretty good about. This one's called "Go Sell Something." Now, as you know, my dad made his career. Most of his adult life was spent in sales. As it turns out, same with me and pretty much my brother as well. Although we took different paths to get there, we all ended up in a career where we help people make important decisions that'll make them better off for having done it. And we try to do it with integrity and do it the right way. And our longevity suggests that we've done that. And I'm thankful for it because I learned how to do that from my dad as much as from anybody, more than from most people. So I'm going to go right to it. This is called Go Sell Something. And as always, I want to hear your feedback and what you think of it. This is how it goes. Dad spent most of his adult life involved in sales. He proved to be an excellent practitioner as well as manager. This combination is more rare than you might think. Knowing how to sell does not always translate into an ability to teach somebody how to sell or to motivate them to want to sell. Dad excelled across the board. Salespeople tend to be self reliant and reluctant to accept management. They develop a belief in their way of doing things and bristle at being directed to do anything other than what they already trust. If the manager can convince them that their interests and the company's are aligned, then the cooperation factor goes up. The salesperson needs to know that the manager wants what is best for the salesperson. Like other areas of persuasion, the salesperson needs to believe that the manager cares and is competent. This combination opens the door to trust and communication. Our dad projected goodwill and expertise so effectively because he sincerely possessed these qualities. He liked and respected sales professionals. He understood what a successful career required, and he always looked for ways to provide the best tools and teach the best practices to his people. He knew the risks and pitfalls of the life as well and helped countless people navigate those difficulties. He was an early adopter of sales training seminars and mindset coaching. He would pay for speakers to come to his quarterly meetings and teach his people how to manage their time, their thought life, and the people under their care. He understood that as much as the people respected him, a different voice doing the coaching can keep the message fresh and impactful. I'll make a quick edit here while we go. I saw my dad in action while growing up because he took me along on many of his business trips. I attended some of the sales meetings. I heard and saw how his colleagues responded to him, how well he motivated them. I heard him sell ideas to his lenders and suppliers. He left no doubt about what he expected and what he would do in return to help get the desired outcomes. His track record of success carried a lot of weight with the people he dealt with. My brother and I ended up with careers in sales ourselves. While growing up, I would say I wanted to be a salesman like my dad. As I got older, my aspirations expanded to other interests, and dad always supported me in my pursuits. Dad had the same approach with Chuck. Dad was more invested in showing us what work and entrepreneurship looked like than in recruiting us to follow in his footsteps. Neither one of us went to college for a business degree. I felt like I already had an education in business from being around my dad. The thing is, though, we both ended up in sales careers. We even had the opportunity to work together at mobile home dealerships, ultimately buying a location as business partners. We've enjoyed successful careers in sales and sales management, in large part because of the foundation for success Dad laid out for us. He showed that the best salesmanship required a spirit of integrity. Dishonest practices may make someone go fast, but they won't last. I've seen people try it and they look miserable in the process. Dad showed us the best salespeople are not the fastest talkers, but they are the best listeners. They ask questions and seek to understand their clients' wants and needs. The fact that helping people achieve their goals and dreams often proves to be lucrative is a bonus. This attitude aligned with Dad's general approach to getting along with others. Make sure they get what they want out of life, and they will come back to you as well. Besides understanding how salespeople define success and knowing how to help them achieve it, Dad also understood the pressures of the career. He brought his creativity to bear on the problems of burnout and alienation. He knew the job was demanding and the long hours could put strains on relationships. He cultivated a culture of high achievement and high reward. He emphasized the fun and good vibes that can be generated by success. He incentivized more than he punished. He instituted regular vacation packages that his top producers could win. There are always ways to earn bonuses. He made recognition of success a big part of the culture. The unique practice he brought to his company was how hard he worked to include the spouses in the process. The trips always included the spouses. Bonuses and other incentives were broadcast in a way that the salesperson's family would develop a vested interest in their success. He wanted the family to see the company as a way to enjoy more out of life and not as a rival for their time and attention. He took his people on trips all over the world. He had a zeal for showing people the wonders of it all. I heard from so many people that had worked for Dad over the years tell me that until they worked for Dad, they had never left the United States. He took real pleasure in taking people places they had never dreamed of going to before. He strived to open people's eyes to the possibilities, to dream bigger. Our mom played an active role in the company as a goodwill ambassador. She did not work as a sale on a s- excuse me, she did not work at a sales lot or in administration. Her superpower was hospitality and event planning. She also proved to be a remarkably good counselor to the spouses in the organization. Once a year, our parents hosted a large party at our house for the employees. This included the service techs and administrative people too. Everybody that worked for Gray as well as their spouses. Mom oversaw these arrangements. We could expect close to 100 people at these events. It was another way he showed a personal appreciation for all the hard work and dedication from the people in his firm and his commitment to showing them the same. All of these efforts, ideas, and practices were meant to enhance the skills and motivations of his charges to sell more homes. All of their goals and ambitions were possible as long as people went out and sold something. The challenges and debts a person might have could be resolved if they generated enough sales. Taking that special vacation, putting that child through college, paying for that medical procedure, all of it is within reach if there are enough sales. Dad tied their dreams to their production. It is the right way to motivate salespeople. Too many firms set minimum levels and threaten job security when those aren't hit. Dad set ambitious targets with incentives attached so that everybody was pursuing rewards and not merely avoiding humiliation. On a grander scale, this guiding principle, go out and sell something, and good things happen for all involved, goes to his view of life. So much time and energy can be wasted in worry and anxiety. The solution to almost any problem is action directed towards the solution. A person can sit around worrying about not having enough money, or a person can be working on the next sale. A person can ruminate on their purpose in life, or a person can find ways to help people in a purposeful way. A person can wish they could go see the world, or they could sell enough to earn the money to go. It always came down to gaining clarity about the goals and then take the actions necessary to meet the goals. All of the things his people wanted were available on the other side of a successful sale. His shorthand expression for getting us motivated to achieve a goal was go sell something. It is worth noting that even if a person is not making a living from selling a product, we all find ourselves wanting to persuade others. The dynamics of persuasion and of selling are basically the same. I don't know anybody that does not need an ability to persuade others. The principles Dad espoused to motivate a bunch of salespeople can work in any collaborative space. Set high standards, provide training, recognize excellence, include the employee's life partner whenever appropriate. Be generous with incentives. Make sure that the firm's success leads to the people's success too. There should not be a trade off. Emphasize action over indecision. Emphasize action over indecision. Go sell something. That is my chapter called Go Sell Something. That was something Dad would tell us if we were sitting around talking about we were worried about this, or we needed money to do that, or how we were going to pay for this or pay for that. And he would listen and he would nod along and he would empathize. And, there are times you're short, but then he would ultimately would still come back to that solution of go sell something. That'll open up all those possibilities. Plus, the effort, the process of selling helps get your mind working towards solutions and gets it off the fixating on the problem, which is also one of the chapters of this book on 90% of the time on the solution, 10% of the time on the problem. The whole process of selling gets you directed towards solution and resolve instead of just sitting still or sitting agitated, wondering what's going to happen. Go make it happen. Go sell something. That was his mantra for things, and it became a shorthand for all those ideas about know what you need to do, go do it. Take action, get busy, get productive. I hope you like this chapter. I'd love to hear your feedback as always. Got it done before midnight. I'm going to try and get these done earlier in the week just so it doesn't feel like cramming for finals. But I do appreciate the support and the interest and the feedback. Thank you. Goodbye for now.